Well, hey there everybody, Aaron here. Welcome to another episode of Gideon's Tactical. Today, we got a special blade for you. How's that knife working for you? The Mora Basic 511, new for 2015, redesigned, and they've really kind of stepped it up here with some of their quality, as well as just, I think, a better overall fit and feeling handle. We're going to talk about that here in this real fast video for you guys here today. First off, this blade, it comes to the value point. First off, before anything else, why do you buy a Mora? You're getting a Scandinavian-made knife that is high carbon steel, and I've done some research, and the steel that they're using is basically just another form of 1095, the high carbon that they're using. So you're getting a 1095 steel, and you're getting it, you know, with good ergonomics, you're getting it with a doable polymer sheath, and you're getting it all for, in this case, what I paid $12.50 for this knife, which is like unheard of, unbelievable, phenomenal. I don't know what other word can describe it. So, I mean, guys, when you're picking up the new for 2015 basic model 511 from Mora, I mean, you are getting a ridiculous value. And that's one of the best parts about Moras, is that they're just such a good value. Everyone needs to have one. If you have not owned one of these Moras before, you need to buy one. Just throw it in a kit, you'll love it. So the first thing is I want to show you the specs. Let's go ahead and look at some of the basic specs that the 511 offers you when you're purchasing this blade. All right, guys, just want to give you some basic specs here on the knife. The first thing is that it is made in Sweden, which is awesome. It is a form of high carbon that, when I did some research, is basically the exact same properties of 1095. So you're getting a great little steel there. It is 0.08 inches thick, so very thin, which makes it a phenomenal slicer. Scandi grind. The blade itself, from the guard to the tip, is 3.6 inches long. The overall length from tip to the rear end is 8.25 inches, and it's going to weigh in at just over 3 ounces. So to kind of give you a little perspective, it's only going to weigh about 0.6 ounces more than my Spyderco Delica 4. I mean, that's ridiculous to see a fixed blade knife that weighs so little. And then finally, the price point, which is again ridiculous, is right around on Amazon. You can get it for right around $12 to $13, which is ridiculous for everything that I just listed to you, and a phenomenal bargain. So guys, ridiculous specs on this knife. I mean, for what you're getting, again, it's phenomenal. And the second thing is the philosophy. You know, this knife offers you performance unlike most other knives on the market in this size range of 3.5 inches with that, you know, high carbon steel blade. The performance of being able to not only do food prep, rope cutting, feather stick making, you know, bushcraft style tasks, camp tasks, hunting tasks, is really beyond compare. EDC tasks. No other knife that I'm aware of is able to do the type of cutting tasks that this can without getting into the over $100 range, honestly. I mean, it really eliminates, in my mind, the need for knives like the BK14 or BK24, the SE Izula, even the SE3. You know, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of other knives out there that are kind of in this 3.5 size range. I mean, all those other knives, they're way cooler. Don't get me wrong. Those knives are way cooler. This thing feels like you're holding, you know, Kmart Blue Light Special or something. I mean, that's what it feels like. But when it comes to the edge retention, again, the 1095, and the performance is beyond compare, honestly, with most other knives on the market in this size range. You can't really tell me that they're going to cut better than this Mora. Maybe they're full tang and they can, you know, handle a little bit more abuse, but a 3.5 inch fixed blade, you shouldn't be trying to chop down trees and baton through wood and doing all these other crazy things. This is a little utility knife that you can do lots of little tasks for. So that's the second part of this knife, guys, and why it's such a good deal, why I think it's recommended, and I would recommend it to anybody, is the performance to price point is phenomenal, and there's nothing. You can't tell me another knife for under $100 that does it. So with that being said, let's go ahead and look at the sheath real quick up and close. They've done some redesigns since their last basic model. So let's go ahead and look at the sheath here real quick. All right, guys, just want to show you the sheath here real quick on this basic 511. Gotta tell you, for the price point that I paid of $12.50, this is a great little polymer plastic sheath. You got a nice big drainage hole. You got a nice little thumb ramp right there. Pull the knife out. Silent. Good friction held in there. Really like that a lot. You got your belt clip. And they've kind of modified this a little bit. They got this hook now. So you could take another Mora and you could slide it on. Whoop, excuse me. And you just kind of twist, boom, and then you can stack, and it makes it stackable. You can stack these sheaths, and you can carry 2 different knives for 2 different tasks. You know, maybe a stainless steel and a high carbon, depending on stainless steel for your food prep, high carbon, you know, for your wood processing and different tasks. So great little setup. Love the sheath, and again, for under $15, about the price of a movie ticket, you get this freaking knife with that sheath. Awesome. All right, guys, so I want to run in 2 other blades here. This is the brand new for 2015 as well, Robust from their Pro Series. So very similar. You know, it's going to have the exact same kind of style of handle. What you will notice is that they've kind of upgraded the rubber. So the darker gray that you see here is more textured than the outside on the basic. And then it's got the exact same hardened kind of plastic in the middle there. But you will get slightly better traction on your Robust. And then it is going to be 1/8 of an inch thick, or 0.12, and then your basic is going to be 0.08. So you can see that there's definitely a thickness, you know, portion there, and you are going to get a slightly bigger belly sweep up with your Robust. So if you're sitting there and you're asking yourself, you know, okay, well, which one should I purchase? I don't know. I mean, at this size, I don't think you need 1/8 of an inch thick. The thinner, the better. I mean, you're not going to be chopping down trees. You're not going to even be batoning almost any wood, except, you know, unless it's like under 1 inch. So it doesn't really matter, you know, as long as you're not an idiot and, you know, doing something really, you know, foolish with your knife, you would never break your basic, and it's going to be about $5 less than your Robust Pro Series. So just wanted to kind of show you there some designs, you know, because a lot of people would be interested of which one to purchase. Really up to you. This one is going to be cheaper, and I think I would go with this one over the Robust, in my opinion, for the capabilities that I would be looking for. I want a really nice thin blade that can slice like crazy. This will slice better than your Robust. Okay, so far I've raved about this thing. Now there's one thing that I'm not digging about this knife, and it's the flare that they've done with the new design on the back. This hook back here does not help the knife. In fact, it hurts the knife. I really wish that they just had kept this guard up front, which is great, and then kept it straight off the back, kind of like their old basic design that they had. I really wish that they had done that, because what ends up happening if you start doing more bushcraft style tasks, you're doing, you know, reverse grips and chest lever grips, is that handle starts to bite right into your palm and is not very comfortable. So for bushcraft style tasks, there are other knives on the market that are going to be a little bit more comfortable in the hand, even from Mora, that they offer. I don't really dig that hook. Now that hook doesn't kill it for me and doesn't make it so that I don't want to own it. And for most of you, you're going to be holding it in this natural hammer grip, doing all of your different cutting tasks that you might be doing. But for those true bushcrafters, you're going to actually kind of get annoyed with the fact that they've done this little hook back here, because you can't do all those grips that you used to do with the other basic that they used to produce. I think they still produce it, but I mean, they may be discontinuing it soon. This handle hampers it slightly, and I don't like that, guys. So that's the one downside. Not a huge thing. With everything else we've talked about, it's very easy to overlook it, but I just wanted to point it out to you as we get close to wrapping up this video, guys. So I would highly recommend this blade to anyone interested. Yes, buy the basic 511. I think it's better than even some of the other in their Pro Series with the same handle that they've designed, like the Robust. We're gonna look at the Robust here pretty soon. Why buy that knife when you can buy this one? So guys, I love the basic 511. I would recommend it to anybody. If you've been thinking about it, drop the money. It'll be better. You'll have more fun with this than you will with the $12 you would spend on a meal out, or, you know, out to a movie. This is going to give you years of fun versus blowing $12 on something else. So guys, as always, thank you so much for checking out the channel. Please check us out on all the relevant social media. Subscribe, comment, like, share this video. Love to hear your guys' thoughts about the basic 511 new model for 2015 and all the other Mora products. And as always, remember, stay equipped, stay prepared. We'll see you out there.